Beautiful day, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas, Nevada. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver your latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website located in the title of this live. Raw, real, unedited, uncut, deprogrammed, sugar-free broadcast, because the only thing I'm sugarcoating around here is these nails. And you can, of course, have yours done with me here in our private Las Vegas studio. Either way, we're here for the download today. I pulled your alpha and omega messages first, so they're sitting up there. We'll read them last, okay? We're going to start it off with a card from the Kuan Yin Oracle today. Your card has come out. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, it's card number 14. Number 14 in the tarot is the Temperance energy. It's composed of the numbers 1 and 4. 1 is the Magician, 4 is the Emperor. Thank you. 1 plus 4 equals the Hierophant. Ooh, I heard when you're in your power and you expand it and you make it grow from where you're at, now you're in Emperor energy, okay? And we're not just talking about any power, power in unison with the divine. They're showing me from the number 1. Excuse me. The name on the card is Immortal Treasures. I love that energy. What do I have here? Oh my goodness. Okay, Janine, Interstellar Frequency, Kat, Carla, Carla desde Argentina. Gracias por hacerme tu tarotista favorita. Voy a regresar con un mensaje en español completamente para ti y los otros que hablan en español. Este es en inglés, entonces con permiso. All right, so yeah, we're going to continue this message in English today. Immortal Treasures is here. Okay, let's see what we have with this Immortal Treasures message. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, Immortal Treasures, card number 14. It says, you carry within you a precious immortal treasures, beloved. They exist beyond life and death, belonging to the celestial heavenly realms of the divine presence within you. Kuan Yin now guides you to honor these treasures, the gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, beloved. Whether formally or informally, your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, that this is unfolding for you now. Each soul is unique and has, let's start that over. Each soul is unique and precious in its own way. Certain souls have the light of healing. Yours is one such soul. Your presence on this planet brings light and hope to others, sometimes in ways that you don't consciously recognize. Kuan Yin is with you, guiding you to be open to perceiving and utilizing the immortal treasures that lay within you, the beautiful light and gifts of your own divine soul. Just remember to take care of yourself too. An empty cup cannot fill another. It is better to allow your inner cup to be spiritually filled and emotionally and physically replenished through balanced self-care. A bit of indulgence balanced with loving discipline and boundaries that make you feel safe and secure within. To find the right way to care for yourself, explore what might work for you. It might be yoga and meditation, a little sacred time each day to sit with a crystal or a talk from your heart with your guidance, a health retreat, time in nature, a good book, and some time laughing or playing with loved ones. Your healing ability will find new levels of power and strength through exploration and self-care. The immortal treasures of your soul are to be shared with loving respect of your own self as well as for others. This oracle can also indicate that it is helpful for you to explore healing of an issue that you have been dealing with and is yet to be resolved. If you have been contemplating visiting a healer or taking a break from a stressful situation, this card supports you in doing so. You might simply need a chance to replenish and withdraw for a short time. You might simply need a chance to replenish and withdraw for a short time may help you meet this need. You may also benefit, if you feel so inclined, from a healing with another. Trust your intuition and allow yourself to honor your own special light and the need that you might have for receiving healing just for you at this time too. Kuan Yin will help you find your way. The processes below will support you in receiving her help. All right. So what's the process? Is to sit or lie in a peaceful place, preferably with soft music playing and your phone switched off, making sure you are warm enough, and then close your eyes and quietly say, I give thanks for this healing on all levels of my being through the unconditional love of Kuan Yin. Thank you, beloved. Okay. Focus on your breath flowing and then see, sense, feel, or intend that you are being bathed in an ocean of emerald green light. The ocean of light then becomes royal blue and then rich purple. When you feel ready, the ocean of light finally becomes gold, surrounding you in spiral patterns of lush golden energy. Within the spiral of light, you become aware of a collection of most magnificent treasures, beautiful and gleaming, radiant with beauty. You realize that these treasures are made of pure light and consciousness dancing into form. Feel the joy in your heart as you perceive the aliveness of those treasures, glowing with beautiful divine fire within. Know that these treasures are expressions for your own soul and its immortal treasures lying within. When you are ready, give thanks and open your eyes. So some of you may want to, go back to that healing process and utilize that. But what I was getting as I was reading this, yes, you are a healer. You have a healing energy. And just last night, I had a great conversation with someone. There's a post that I saved to my phone years ago. As soon as the phone was brand new when I saved it, and the point of it is it talks about the healing frequencies. It talks about the healing frequencies. It talks about our frequency. One of the posts shows the vibrational scale, emotional vibrational scale, which is very interesting because it assigns numbers, and this is all through kinesiologic testing. So in combination with that, it awards numbers from 20 all the way up to 1,000 based on your consciousness level, with 20 being shame and 1,000 is enlightenment. And then there was a chart that showed that, for example, level 300 is neutrality. One individual at a level of 300 neutrality counterbalances 90,000 individuals below level 200, and level 200 is courage, and everything below that looks like pride, anger, desire, fear, grief and regret, hopelessness, guilt and judgment, and shame. So one person who's just at neutral, level 300 only, counterbalances the energy of 90,000 individuals below level 200. Now, here's what gets me, because so many of us here on this channel, we're not sitting just at neutrality. We're at minimal sitting at love, which love is level 500 on the kinesiological scale. And it counterbalances one individual at love, 500, okay, counterbalances 750,000 individuals below level 200. So if you and your dominant base vibration is at love, if you can walk around here and be love and live love and sit in the vibration of love, you counterbalance just by being 750,000 individuals who are in a lower frequency. One individual at enlightenment counterbalances 70 million individuals below level 200. That's amazing. And 12 individuals at enlightenment equals one avatar at 1,000. Avatar level is 1,000. So that just goes to show you that just from your being, when you're existing at one of these higher frequencies, you counterbalance all these lower vibrational energies. And when I first heard of this concept, I heard it much more simply. They said a high vibrational thought is way more powerful than a low vibrational thought. Okay, cool. But it's different when you start to put these numbers to it, these studies and investigations. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you because I feel like that was necessary here. They're saying go ahead and make sure that I post that. So I'm gonna share that to the LPHtarot story on Instagram for those of you who want to see that, save that. Take screenshots of it, because to me it's nice, and I use it in conversations frequently because people don't know. People don't know, why am I always attracting all these people that are in a low vibration? Why do I always attract these negative people? Well, it's probably because you're existing in a higher frequency. You counterbalance the negativity. The challenge for us who are able to do that is to maintain that higher frequency regardless and inconsequentially of what they're doing. Like, they have no consequence. Like, they cannot affect us. Okay, consistently. One person at 700 counterbalances 70 million people. And I tell people, this is why I smoke a lot of tobacco, because my energy is always working. Long before I got this, like, Spirit let me know, like, one of the reasons you smoke tobacco is it contains all the elements in one. You get your fire, your earth, your air, and your water in one action. And they said, Melinda, by the level of your frequency, by the way you vibrate, you're constantly working. And it's true. Your energy is constantly counterbalancing the negativities around you because you're in a higher frequency. So thank you. I hear on behalf of all those who should and would not, thank you. We appreciate you. Yeah, just like you appreciate me. All right. So let's get into some messages here. We're going to start off with the Guiding Lights Tarot. Let's get the messages. I got this deck from the good folks over at DeBry, and I believe there's still a discount code in my information if any of you want to get this deck, but it's a beautiful deck. Let's see what we have. What's the message today? Lord God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, that divine source energy. What is the messages that you know that we need to know at this time in regards to these immortal treasures that we have? We have these immortal treasures. It's time for us to utilize them. And it's interesting because I also heard this for you right now. When you do the self-healing work, you create a change to your genetics. Now, I was talking about this from the place of having channeled the information, and one of my clients who was a teacher, she's very studious, very big on evidence-based facts. Okay, so she said, no, those are facts. I did an interview. You can look on the playlist as interviews, and there was an interview with Carolina. And then that was where the information came out about how, when you make these changes to self, to the core way of being, it actually can influence and change your genetics. So if you think you're stuck the way you are, it's just in my genetics. I guess it's always going to be this way because it's just in my genetics. I'm here to say that when you make those decisions to shift your energy, you literally will shift your genetics. Your genetics respond to your consciousness. Your consciousness is the most powerful, magical tool you have. It influences all things in your physical experience. There is nothing that you cannot change should you so desire. It's as simple as a decision, and then the difficult part is to continue to hold that new decision, believe in it, and act in harmony with it, is what I'm hearing. So let's see, what's the energy? What do you want to say today, Lesser Sky? What's the message? What do you know that we need to know that benefits all those who are present here, now, and any time in time and space? Whenever they cross this message, it's right now. All right, here we go. Starting out, we have the Seven of Swords. 7, the number of spiritual wholeness. Okay, there are 7 chakras. On 7 days, the earth was created, supposedly, right? It's the earth and everything. I heard supposedly. Somebody really doesn't believe in the Bible. That's okay. Okay, but 7. I heard so recently. I saw a post and they even talked about 7 natural wonders of the world. There's so much stuff about 7 being whole from this divine. Okay, so swords is the suit of thoughts. So this is being the divine mind. So 7 of Swords, there's a divine plan here. There's a divine mind. Now the low vibrational of 7 Swords energy is somebody who is deceptive, up to trickeries and manipulations and all of that stuff. I don't feel the lower vibrational energy here, but we can see how there's a correlation. If that energy is completely adverse of the divine mind, of course, that would equal, I heard malevolence. They gave me the word malevolence. Okay. So we have 7 of Swords on the table. Okay. 7 of Swords. There's been a divine plan. I heard a divine plan has been in place to help you realize your immortal treasures all this time. Okay. What else do we have? We have the Devil card here. Interesting, because without the devil in your life, how would you utilize, how would you begin to access, how would you tap into your immortal treasure? So you had a major difficulty, challenging situation. It could have been very toxic. It could have been extremely low vibrational, abusive, manipulative, deceptive, whatever it was. It was some dark situation, right? The dark situation is in your life for purpose. It's not to beat you up, go against you, make life hard. No, 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 no. As a matter of fact, they're showing me the quote that Spirit channeled through me years ago. Right after the first of the year, it came through and it says, sometimes the darkness has to get darker so you can see the brightness of the piercing light. Yes. So the darkness helps you identify the light. There was a divine plan. Anything that you've gone through in your life that has been dark has been there to help you see the light. And so if you're sitting in an energy right now and you're saying, well, my situation is pretty fucking dark, Melinda, I hear you. You can get through this. What I would do if I were in your shoes, having been through where I've been through so many times, I would sit and say, what's the purpose of this darkness? Where's the light that I'm to receive from this darkness? I would ask the question. I would not try to answer it. I would leave it there and let my life show me, or allow myself to hear from the divine mind, what is the purpose of this dark situation? So anytime I personally am having a dark experience, it feels triggering, it feels scary, it feels like lack, limitation, not enoughness, it feels like obsessiveness, it feels like I have no control, it feels like something or someone else is in control. I'm always sitting there saying, okay, what's the purpose in this? Where's the light in this? Where's my power in this? And that is the purpose of the shadow energies. If you don't know what dark is, you won't know what light is. If you don't know what it's like to be broke, you're not going to know how to appreciate being wealthy. If you don't know what it's like to be lonely, you won't know how to appreciate companionship. And we hear these stories all the time of people who are, as the world says, born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and then they fuck it all up, right? Because they have, and then they don't know what it's like to not have. And so they squander it, they lose it, and then sometimes they make it back to appreciation. Sometimes they learn, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they never make it back. So if life started out difficult and you've had a lot of difficult experiences up until now, know that they serve a purpose. And if you can appreciate great things, great experiences, things that feel like love and joy and peace and happiness in your life today, is probably because you know what it's like not to have any of that. And if it's a setup for a come up, I heard it's a setup for a come up. If you've had all these dark experiences, it's definitely a setup for a come up. In other words, they're showing me again the K-drama. It's come out so many times, in which the ancestors in the spirit realm said, oh, that one's lucky. They had all their bad luck early in life. The end of their life is going to be great. Okay. So if you take nothing else away, maybe you can find a glimmer of hope in that. Let's see what's the third card coming out. We have the Five of Wands. Okay, Five of Wands. Right now, what the Five of Wands said, changing your behavior, changing your responses, okay? When the world is against you, when it feels like everything is working against you, how do you change your responses? If it feels, I heard, and when it feels like the world is working against you, know that the divine plan is definitely in play, okay? And this has to do with you understanding that you are at a higher vibration. The anti-love energies don't want you to reach avatar state. They don't want you to be in enlightenment, because now one of you can take out 70 million of their agents of anti-love. One of you, earth angels sitting at enlightenment, can counterbalance 70 million demons walking around here spiritually dead. You understand what I'm saying to you? You're powerful. extremely powerful. And you're saying, well, I haven't really left my house. I haven't really done nothing. I've just been here taking care of my babies, my pets, my house. That's all you have to do. Just do it with a grateful heart for what you have to do. And guess what? It's happening anyways. It's not like we got to go outside and 70 million people and convince them to see things our way. No, it doesn't matter how they see things. We're talking about the energetics. We're talking about the root of all creation, which is the energy, baby. Your energy is powerful. What matters is that you are in those energies of higher vibration. And it doesn't mean you're not going to have the lower vibrational experiences. Yes, you will have them, but it will totally be beneficial. You will have lower vibrational experiences. You know what they do? Again, they're going to bring you another level of awareness. Hold your energy of who and what you truly are, regardless of what's going on outside of you, because this is where your power is. This is where you're most effective. Okay, this is where you're most effective. So they're showing me, when I first realized that my energy literally has effect on my neighbors, when I was in that one relationship where there was a lot of fighting, and I would notice if I was having a great day, my neighbors would be outside bumping the music, having a good time, chilling in their driveways, their garages and stuff like that, just enjoying life. But I noticed it one day when I was in there having hella stress and arguing with her, that it wasn't long until I heard my neighbors fighting and somebody's house had the cops called and just stuff like that. So you're in your power affecting positive vibrations when you are in your authentic self, not allowing yourself to be brought down by negativity. So there's this energy coming through of pick and choose your battles. Is it freaking worth it? Is it worth it for you to get all caught up in a fuss and I heard a hissy fit over whatever it is that's got your panties in a bunch, I heard. Or is it not? You're going to have to make that decision. Every day is an opportunity here. What you're going to realize is all the difficulties and battles you went through before you got to this point where this challenge presents itself to you. A situation seems bleak. It seems dark. It seems like there's no hope here. Fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do, you say to yourself. But everything you've been through before is a support to where you're at now. I heard new levels, new devils, and eventually you'll pull back every layer of the onion of your energy, but you're not there yet, and that's okay. It's okay to be where you're at. Just know that every battle you've been through in life, spiritual, physical, financial, mental, emotional, otherwise, is all here giving you the tools and the awareness to get to where you're at now. I see somebody who's sitting there and you're not necessarily having battles right now, but you're in your mind about the battles that you've been through, processing them for understanding and awareness. I see somebody who's literally thinking about that one thing that is caught up in their energetic field, caught up in their mind and their heart that they just can't get over, and it pisses them off every time. It really breaks their heart. It really angers them. It really makes them sad. It really makes them feel betrayed and cry. And so now somebody is beginning to sit there and look at that and say, okay, well, if there's really light and love in it, where is the light and love in this? Keep on allowing that question to sit in your energy field, because that is what will be revealed. That's what I heard. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. I want to just glimpse in the comments real quick before we move forward with these cards. Okay. Let me see. I feel so bad. I have writer's block and haven't produced a show for over a month. Lots of R&R though. Don't feel bad about it. Be at peace. I heard you feel how you feel, but what you're looking for is peace with where you're at. That it's okay. The more you make peace with where you're at and understand that everything in divine timing, the sooner that you'll move out of that writer's block. Yeah. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Yeah. I heard pet the sweat. He said pet the sweat. I heard that, baby. He said pet the sweaty stuff. Okay, that's funny. All right, let's move forward with your cards. Let me get some water on this. All right, so what's next out? We have the Three of Pentacles. I see right now, like you're trying to work in collaboration with others, and it could be difficult. It could be difficult to try to be a cooperative energy. I heard when you reach a higher levels of consciousness, yes, it can be very difficult to interact with people who are on lower levels of consciousness. But remember that there are where there are. Okay. One of the challenges that they want me to talk about is when you do have higher levels of awareness of how the universal laws work and how energy moves and how energy, the flow of energy and the circulation of energy works, and the power of the mind, the emotions and the words. You find yourself in a state where you're trying to make everybody get it too. That's tough because you're trying to change what is, you're trying to control external influences. They said you want to work with them and you're trying to do it by presenting the information and maybe even trying to coax them. I heard the word coax them into doing what you know will work actually better, more beneficially for them. I heard, but that's not your place of power. Your place of power, even though you want to help, even though you want to do something, your place of power is to sit there yourself. Because for you to align with somebody who is in a bunch of challenges, chaos, or confusion, you got to go into that vibration yourself. Now you're not in the higher vibration. Now you're not counterbalancing as much. So it's tough to get hands off and say, you know what? Everything is happening the way it should. The best thing I can do is hold my powerful point of focus. Hold my energy in the most highest vibration that I can sustain, because it's good for me, and that's how I am of most service to this one or these ones that I care so much about. So the challenge is you want to make things better. You want to bring cooperation in, and the challenge is not to force it. The challenge is to allow it to grow, allow it to evolve in its own natural way. Who or what is happening around you? The Three of Swords. Yeah, there's somebody around you, Three of Swords. They could be heartbroken. They could feel a lot of distress, dissatisfaction, discomfort, dis-ease or disease. Okay, heartbreak. Somebody's been having, I heard, heart palpitations, issues with their health, and it's all rooting from stress. You try to bring peace to the situation. You try to tell them, because you want to help cure the situation. You try to tell them, well, look at the bright side, but they don't want to. You can't force it. Okay, somebody is hurt. They're definitely hurt, emotionally hurt. Their mind is hurt. Okay, and it's triggering to you. You don't want to see this happen for them. You care for them. You don't want to see this happen for them. What you'd like to do is build them all the way up. But the thing is, their problems are homegrown for them to learn by experience. The difficulties and the pain that they're sitting in is the darkness that grows darker so that they too can see the piercing brightness of the light. If you try to pull them out of the darkness and put them in your light, it's not their light. They don't know about the light. They don't want the light. They're not ready for the light. That stuff doesn't work. So what's the guidance for you is the Three of Cups. Let things come together. Share the love you do have. Okay, somebody says, I try to share the love I have, but they don't receive it. Well, then you share. That's where you start working on a spiritual level. And I've said it so many times here on the channel. We're going to say it again today. When their ears and their minds and their hearts can't hear you, speak to their spirit, baby. Okay, so you're in a complete non-communication. There's a situation of non-communication. You can still send the love. Angel number 333 on the table with these cards. I have 3 threes in a row. We have an alignment between physical resources, thoughts, and emotions. Okay, I heard mind, body, and soul connection. You need to be mind, body, and soul aligned in the same direction. If you can do that and just let it go, knowing that the divine plan is always at play in their life, just as it has been in your life to bring you here and now. Okay, this is where you allow for the universe, for the divine, for God, for the angels, the ancestors, and guides to work with them just like they have worked with you. I heard you're not here to save them. You're here to save yourself. You're here to realize what power you have for yourself. And by the self-realization of that, the energy for them will elevate. It will elevate inside of their spirit, inside of their energy. That magnetism to it will be greater and greater and greater, making it easier for them should they just make the simple choice to choose it. You have no influence in their choices. No matter how much you think you do not. They're going to choose what they're going to choose. It's not your place to decide for them or to make the choice for them. It's your place to hold the energy that you know is the most beneficial, allowing them to be where they're at, knowing every step of the journey is useful. There is nothing that is happening to you. It is all happening for you, even when it doesn't feel pleasant. How is that true about that one thing that's been going on with you? And you can probably, it's so easy to pick the sty out of someone else's eye when you got a big old log in your own. So the thing of it is, it's so easy to see what they got going on, but why is it triggering you? Why do you feel like you have to control it? And what is it showing about your energy? The fact that you're aligning. And one of the things that came through, I want to say within the beginning of this year, it came through. It said, listen, you had decided when you came to Earth that you were going to evolve the energy in regards to certain human experiences. Okay. And so you don't know what 100% of your life looks like, how much time that looks like. You don't know how many days that is on Earth for you. But in your soul contract, it says maybe 85% of your life was going to be dealing with poverty and abandonment issues. Okay. So you don't know that that means 25 years of your life. You don't know that your life, 25 years of your life will equal 85% of your life. You didn't know that. But for that first 25 years of your life, first you were in the middle of poverty and abandonment issues, living them yourself. But at some point, you learned the lessons. And then that takes you out of being right in the middle of the circle of it and puts you on the outer edges of it, outside of the circle. What does that mean? So when you've healed the issue will tend to be present, but it won't be in your immediate life. It will be in the life of those around you. Once you've learned the lesson, you take yourself off of the karmic wheel. You'll still have the experience for the percentage of your life that your soul contract you agreed to before you came to Earth. There was a percentage of certain experiences that you chose that would equal up to 100% of your life. And you chose those difficult experiences to evolve the energy for all humanity by doing so, by bringing love to those experiences. So this is why a lot of people, for example, the one who did drugs for until they were 35 years old, and then finally became sober, spent the next 5 years solidifying their sobriety, and then turned into a drug counselor, or somebody who did some sort of outreach service, or somebody who went and spoke to the children at the schools, or somebody who wrote a book, or somebody who came up with their own program and provided a support service. And then they would continue on to fulfill the percentage of their soul contract, working to bring awareness to it. So understand that you have soul contracts to go through certain difficult experiences. The sooner you learn the lessons, the sooner you become the blessing about it. Okay. And then it doesn't mean that you necessarily go into a career or something like that. Some of you, it's just going to be because you'll end up having friends who are also learning sobriety. You understand the example? I hope so, because if you did, it was meant for you. And how does that apply for you? How does that apply for you? Okay. Let's see. What do we have? What else can you show us? The Queen of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups. This is letting me know that you're bringing love to the situation. You're receptive. You're bringing energy. And this is also telling me that you will send that love on a spiritual level. Anywhere where somebody here is in your experience and you really don't like what you're seeing for them in their physical life, and you really want to get in and make them figure it out because you tapped into your power. You got your immortal treasures from this experience, but they don't want to hear you. You can lower your vibration all you want, going round and round in circles, speak until you turn blue in the face. And if they don't want to hear you, they don't want to hear you. So what I'm seeing in this message is literally you going to work through the spiritual level only. And I'm going to tell you something. The spiritual level of working is the most powerful way anyways. Now you're using all the creative mentalist forces that were creating our entire universe from the beginning of existence. You're using the God force, the power of thought, The power of frequency and intention. And your powerful focus in that is the most beneficial thing you can bring to the table for anybody you love who's going through difficulties and hard times right now. Okay. Now, let's take another level look at this. I'm going to go ahead and use the cat tarot next. We're going to do the spread again. We could stay on the same subject, or it could shift a little bit. We're going to find out what else Spirit knows that we should know. All right. What is the message? What else do you know that we need to know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So thankful and grateful to be of service. So as I pull this next deck out and I bring the spread, I'm going to layer a level below. The cards that were already played out will reveal more in harmony with the cards that come out from this deck. And that's how it works. You have immortal treasures. You have them for a reason. You don't have to be physically in somebody's face. You can work with them through time and space, irregardless and unconditionally. But the problem is, because we're attached to these physical bodies right now, we want to do everything from a physical perspective. And that is the least powerful place of action, because as we've said it recently so many times, the physical reality you're experiencing is a side effect of the vibration and frequency that you've been sustaining. So it's important. The most important thing you could do is keep yourself in that higher vibration. As long as it's based in love, peace, and happiness, you can only go right. Okay. So let's see what else is the messages, Lustrous God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, the universe. What do you have for us, energies? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We speak syncretically. We know these vernaculars. Which one do you understand best? All right, let's see. What do we have? The Six of Wands. You understood the divine plan. You understood the program. And in this, we have the cat playing with the toy. The cat is playing with the toy. You understood the assignment, and you brought a lot of happiness into your life. You stayed focused on the divine plan. You didn't get caught up in the stuff for too long. You did get caught up in some stuff, but you didn't get caught up in it for too long. You moved through the stuff. You moved through the chaos. You took yourself off of the battlefield. None of the award ceremonies are on the battlefield. First, you got to get off the battlefield, stop being at war, and go home. And then there's like a whole ceremony where you get your reward. This is reward season. You have recently been rewarded for following the divine plan through life's struggles, battles, and challenges. This benefited you, okay? Part of the reward was the deeper level of awareness of your immortal treasures, your ability to influence people and things by your energy. And it's not like you picked a target and you said, that's the one, I'm going to make them do this. No, that's not how it worked. It was by holding the frequency and the vibration like this cat of being at play, satisfied. Play feels like satisfaction. It feels so fulfilling. Think about when you're playing. What does play equal to you? I see somebody play equals going to the gym. Somebody play equals dancing. Somebody play equals riding your bike. I see somebody play equals watching your children play. For somebody, play equals getting in the kitchen and baking up some goodies. You're a baker. You love to bake pastries and stuff like that. I see for somebody, play looks like making those paintings, doing that pottery work, doing your gardening. What are the things that equal play for you? For somebody, you and your cat, that's your playtime. That's your go-to. You've found the value of doing the simple things every day that feel like play. Because what it did was it was keeping your frequency and your vibration at a higher level, allowing you to get off of the freaking battlefield. Okay. And then what else do we have coming out? So you did that already. Boom. Devil coming out in the same position as the devil. OMG. This is wild. Devil card from both decks coming up in the current position. All right. So in the current position, you've been at play, entertaining yourself with your toys. What did you have to play with? There's something coming up at this time. You want it. That's what I heard. Because the dog is in the cat tarot. Of course, it would be a dog. It's the devil. This is a being of another type. Somebody you've attracted a creature of the night. I heard you've attracted somebody who is completely opposite to you. Somebody whose energy could be damaging to you. Cats and dogs traditionally don't get along. And for somebody, this is your own freaking ego we've been talking about. We're not talking about another person. Your ego is getting struck up. I see you in this place from your physical, from your spiritual plan. The divine plan in your life was for you to overcome certain life challenges. Then you had to handle that ego of yours, that big old block on your shoulder. Okay, that big old chip on your shoulder, that pop the collar ego. Okay. All right, so we have the ego coming out to play. Somebody Capricorn energy. Somebody, this is about Capricorn season. But no, I feel stronger. The ego energy and shadow creature. Are you dealing in your experience? Are you having a human experience with another human who brings exactly your opposite to the table? Have you attracted your opposites? Because yes, like does attract like. Like does attract like, but opposites attract too. So your job is to discern which one of these. When you attract a like or an opposite, it could trigger the heck out of you. The devil card for me also equals triggers. The other thing of this is as you've found yourself in a state where you are understanding the divine plan, you overcome challenges and obstacles, you are playing in your energy and recognizing your emotive treasures, you're going to trigger some of the people because you're confident. You know who you are. You don't need them to tell you you're this, you're that, and the other. You know exactly what you are. And you own it unapologetically. This is going to trigger people who do not have the ability to do such things with their self or for their self. This is going to trigger the heck out of them. So when you go from running away from the devil, you turn and you face it. You find your victory over that devil, that fear, that insecurity, that doubt, that ego in your own life. As it turns out, you now become the trigger for other people. Their energy is responding to yours. You can notice when you go to the grocery store, to the gas station, to the bar, to the restaurant, to the church, to wherever the heck this is that you're going, that there's some people that just don't like you. Well, the thing is, you've got something going on in your energy that is highlighting to them the lack in their own energy. It's like, oh my God, you're shining so bright. I wish you would turn down your light. That's what I heard. Okay, I need shades. Okay, you better get your shades out because my future is so bright. My energy is so bright. It's going to make you squint, baby. It might hurt your eyes. That's exactly what you do to folks. That's what you do to folks when you come around. You've been following the divine plan. You know you're always winning. You always win, and you have a beautiful healing energy. That doesn't mean that they're going to accept you as a beautiful healer. Usually the people that are getting the most from your beautiful healing energy are pissed off at you. They don't like it. They might hate you. These could be some of the people that say, I would fucking kill you if I had the chance. I know I've had that happen to me. Yeah, from people who I love the most and who my healing energy irritates the heck out of them because they could choose it too, but they're working against themselves. They are self-sabotaging. And the way Spirit is showing it to me is like drawn and quartering your physical body from your soul self, and drawn and quartering. Somebody says, what the hell is drawn and quartering? It's an ancient medieval torture technique. Back in the days of the Inquisition, they would tie all four limbs, your two legs and your two arms, to four different horses and send the horses running in opposite direction. That's called drawn and quartering. That's what's happening inside of individuals where love is begging for expression, and they continue to choose the anti-love energy. That's what's happening to their mind, body, and spirit. That's why you notice people who choose anti-love energy. One of the things that becomes evident is they tend to have some mental health issues, and you begin to say that mucka hooker who is crazy, their mind just don't work right. Another thing you notice in people who are drawn and quartering themselves, choosing anti-love where love is available and seeking expression from them, is that they're very emotionally chaotic. They don't have a grip at all on their emotions. Another thing you'll notice in these types of individuals is their finances, also chaotic. And their spirituality, like, clearly is in shambles. Why? Because they're pulling it all apart instead of putting it together. If you are putting yourself together, with your mind, body, spirit connection. You're not drawn and courting yourself. You're putting yourself together. You're remembering who and what you are, piecing yourself together, realizing where you are, who you are, and what you are. What you will find is things will get better. It happens first in your thoughts and emotions, and then you'll find that the physical things that you do, the actions that you do, find more harmony and more alignment. And one of the final things, one of the final phases of that remembering is you'll start to see your physical materializations come together. And yes, that includes finances. Yes, there are rewards in following the divine plan, in following the path of love. Somebody says, I haven't seen it. Well, you're still actually, if you said I haven't seen it, you're still caught up in the remembering of the mind, putting your mind back together. Because even just by saying I haven't seen it, you are literally working against yourself mentally. You may not like what I said. You may not agree with what I said. That's what Spirit said. So I said it. Okay. Let me see what else we have. So the devil energy came up again. We also have the 10 of Cups energy here in the hidden blessing. So here's the thing. You love them. Who or whatever is triggered by your beautiful light right now, you love them. You absolutely love them. There's something coming up here that you want. This is something that you love. Okay. There's joy. You know what love feels like with another. You're not the only one that you've met who is a beautiful soul, who has good intentions, who really just wants to have a good freaking life. You know that you're not the only one. You've got some great connections around you. All right. What else do we have? We have the 4 of, is this swords energy? Hold on, let me just confirm, because this book uses other symbology. Before I go, this looks like, oh, this might be a major arcana card. Hold on. Oh, yep, no, I was right. The swords. Okay, so 4 of swords energy. We have this cat that's upside down. 4 of swords energy. So because you love them, you want to do stuff for them. It could be a Capricorn person. You really love this person. You got over obstacles and challenges, and you're saying, well, I know exactly what you need to do. Come on, let me help you. Bad move. Stop. Reverse and rethink this. Their life is homegrown for them to learn from where they're at. Hold them in the energy. See them in love, in wholeness, knowing that everything is divine in their purpose. The challenge is to try to get somebody to calm down, to take another perspective, to see things in another light. But that's not your challenge to make that happen. Their life is giving them that experience. Your job is to know that all is well. No matter what it looks like, things get better, that they're in the perfect place to receive the awareness of the light that is present for them, just like you were for you, through all of your own difficulties and challenges. Let me see more about this person on the other side of the table. Justice. Okay, justice. Yeah, this person that so it could be a Libra over there. Whoo, look, the cat bit the hand that feeds it. In this justice card, there are frequent consequences. Somebody on the other side of the table could be very heartbroken. What would you do if your little cat that you feed and you love and you take care of just took a nice big bite right into your hand, like in this image? Would you not then shake that motherfucker off? Like, that shit would hurt. You know what I'm saying? There's consequences. You're gonna bite the hand. Somebody bit the hand that feed them. Maybe you're the hand that fed them, and somebody disrespected you. They were coming from a hurt place. You tried to use your words to make them feel better, but they bit the hand that feeds them. There's consequences for that. Even if you don't remove them from your life, when your energy is sustained in that love energy, the energy alone, or you could say the divine, or you could say the universe, will remove them from your life. Somebody here is being removed from your life, and this is tough for you because it's somebody you love. So you got to go now into only loving them spiritually. The guidance for you is a Knight of Swords. And in this, we have a cat, and it's jumping. It's jumping. Why is this cat jumping like this? We see its claws and its paws outstretched. It's outside. It could be trying to catch a bird. Is the cat trying to catch a bird? The guidance. The guidance is you need to understand that this is a situation that's happening to cut through the negativity in your life. I heard. Excuse me. I heard the divine is here assisting you to remove negative influences from your life. I was just having a conversation last night, and somebody was telling me how they don't block people. They don't block people ever. And I'm like, okay, well, have fun with that. I do. I'm quick to block a bitch. I'll block somebody so quick from my phone. You bring me some negative energy. You bring me some shit talking and all of that stuff. I don't need to hear it. And then as I explained myself, she's like, well, yeah, I think if I had that, I would block them too. Okay. So there's different situations and circumstances here. You got to deal accordingly with a person coming to you, attacking you, biting you on the hand that feeds them. You don't have to tolerate that. Janine said, hurt people. Heck yes, they do. When they're hurt, they want you to hurt too. And I was having a conversation about that last night. Again, last night. Remembering when I saw myself as a hurt person. I was about 21 years old. And I remember being so angry that I just wanted my anger to burn hotter. And the person that I was angry with and in front of was calm, cool, and collected. They were unbothered by me. And about 3 or 4 years ago, it was shown to me that if somebody wouldn't fight with me, to me, they didn't love me. If they wouldn't get down in the dumps with me, to me, they wouldn't love me. Is that the experience here? Somebody is hurt. They're down in the dumps. They want you to get down in the dumps with them. That doesn't help you, and it doesn't help them. Now I know better. Back then I did not. I was coming from a very hurt place. There's that energy here. Somebody here could be trying to get you to get down in the dumps with them. You don't need to do that. I heard you don't need to do that. What else do we have? This star. This is all part of your healing process. So if you're having this experience come up right now, congratulations. This is evidence of your healed state of being. Oh my goodness. You didn't fall for that BS? You mean you didn't go down in a downward spiral, down into the dumps with somebody just because they was agitated? I'm so proud of you. Look at how much you've grown. Look at how much you've changed. How would you know if this experience didn't unfold just the way it did, homegrown for you to see that you are in a position of power, that you are somebody who is coming from a healed state of being now. So I got the Housewives Tarot. It's all shuffled up. Meanwhile, I'm going to shuffle up an Oracle deck that we're going to go into. And let's use the Housewives Tarot and see what else is the messages. What do we have for you? 10 of Wands. Yeah, you put an end to difficulties and you let other people carry their own work. Other people had work to do. They had to clean up a lot of shit in their life. You leave them to handle their business. It's not yours. You're supposed to be enjoying your life right now in a playing phase, in an enjoyment phase, in a place where you've already gotten over those difficulties and challenges. Somebody, I hear this intuitively, is pissed the heck off. Why? How dare you be having a great life and I'm going through struggles? Well, I kind of did the work when you ran away from it. So that's why I'm going through a great life right now and you're going through struggles. Because the more you try to hide from those struggles and the work that you need to do, the more the shit backs up and you still got to deal with it at some point. Okay, somebody here, I'm seeing hoarders. I'm seeing a house like the show Hoarders where it's just filled with crap, but this is their energy. They've held on to this anger and that slight and that pain and this one did that to me and that one did this to me and I'm hurt, and they have a house full of junk, garbage that is cluttering their heart, cluttering their energy, cluttering their life, cluttering their spirit. It's not useful. They need to clean that junk out. That's not something you can do because we're not talking about a physical house. On the show Hoarders, there's professional teams that can come over and help get it together. And then what usually happens on that show, if you watch, I know it's an older show. I watched a few episodes of it. What would happen when these teams would leave these people's house? What did they do? And most episodes, those I don't, as a matter of fact, I can't remember ever seeing I don't remember seeing even one episode where the people actually kept their house clean after that. As soon as their house was cleaned up by a whole professional team of cleaners that came through and got shit that had been sitting stacked up for years, those people started hoarding all over again. They replaced the mess with some more shit. Same thing here. If you clean out the stuff that they've got going on, you think you'd clean their house for them. Next thing you're going to find, it's back to just as fucked up messy as it was. Why? Because they were not a vibrational match to the cleanliness. Yes, you're a healer. Yes, you have the healing energy. Utilize it with those who are willing to do the work for themselves, so that when you clean out their energetic stuff, you help them clean out their energetic stuff. They want to keep it clean. But if you try to do it with them and they're not co-creative, they're not participant in it, the next thing you know, they're still in the same frequency. They're still in the same vibration. For example, you done paid somebody all their debt off. The next thing you know, they're right back in the debt again. They got their finances all fucked up all over again. Oh, you put somebody up in a house so they can have a place because they were homeless. Next thing you know, guess what? They're right back to being homeless again. Why? They never changed their own frequency, their own vibration, their own energy. They just kept supporting the same stuff. You're a healer. Use your healing energy for you. And if people present in your experience who are actually willing to do the work, you will do that work with them, and it won't require words or actions or deeds. You'll do that work with them, and it'll be on a soul transmission level. What you have to offer them, the most powerful thing you have to offer anyone, is a soul transmission of the healing that you have done. Somebody here, you're attracting this experience. One of the things you had to learn in the past was everybody got to handle their own mess. I can't fix it for you. Boom, the tower is here. Somebody here that you have been let them go. They're really pissed at you right now because they feel like it's your fault that their life is falling apart. Yeah. The tower, though, is an act of God. This is divine intervention. Anything that's being removed from them is removed because they didn't want to still see the light when shit was really dark as night. So, more stuff's got to be removed from their experience so they can see clearly. The tower, yeah, you learned to leave them alone and let them be where they're at. Because what happened when you brought it home, those problems became your own. The chaos came into your house, into your relationship, into your heart, into your head. Found yourself stressed out, couldn't even get a good night rest in your own bed. Somebody here, you gave up your room for somebody to stay with you. What the heck? You'll never do that again. You finally got them out of your house. Somebody here, you literally had to throw somebody out of your house. You had to kick somebody out. Somebody here, you had to get a court order to kick this person out of your house. They would not leave. I see that. Their life is falling apart. It's not your fault. You didn't do that to them. They kept choosing it over and over and over again. All right, what else? The Queen of Swords. Hidden blessing is that you instituted your limits and your boundaries. Yeah. You instituted your limits and your boundaries. You learn how to cut things off. We have this lady with the smiling face, and she's about to cut off the top of this rose. You think they're beautiful. You love them, but it's time for them to be removed so they can be put in the energy of where they need to be, not where you want them to be. Queen of Swords, you've been hurt enough? And the thing about it is, this person, they already heard, they already seen, they already observed. It's in their consciousness. They already observed what you did. And the more you did, the more they said, you never did nothing for me. The more you did for them, the more they said, you never did nothing for me. But you got boundaries. And because you let them handle their stuff, instead of taking it like it was your weight to carry, they're understanding all the weight that they put on themselves. I heard they're understanding all the challenges and difficulties that they're owning for themselves. The challenge is to let it go. The death card, let it go. It's not your responsibility. So one of the things that I'm hearing is big thing for you here is that you have been carrying shame and guilt about letting it go. Honey, did you not do everything that you could? What are you supposed to get down and die and let your whole life fall apart because they are letting their whole life fall apart? No. No, you gave sufficient chances. You did everything you could to help. They didn't want to change. There's nothing you can do but release it and let it go. You're here for something greater. You're here for something greater. But this was a necessary step to get there. This was your opportunity to actually express, honor, and live out your own boundaries, to speak your mind, to know who you are, to get the clarity and sense beyond the BS that somebody would present you what the truth was. Okay, let me see. Again, on the other side of table energy, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the truth that you gave somebody is like burning coals on the head. Oh, I see Brooklyn live with us. That's what's up. The truth that you gave them is like burning coals on their head. And here's the thing. They're probably gossiping and talking trash about you. Who cares? Somebody here, you're at this reading because you know they're talking trash about you and you sitting up there crying about it. Well, what did you think? They were coming in a double devil energy. And they were going to say, oh, yeah, she's so sweet because she did this and that for me. I'm the asshole because I didn't appreciate it and I didn't take the opportunity to help and I didn't change. Yeah, right. Never said anyone ever. No, you stop taking care of them. You stop trying to carry their weights and their challenges. And then they go out and they gossip and talk trash about you. Why? Because you're not doing what they want you to. How dare you not take care of me? You're supposed to handle all my problems. You're supposed to pay all my bills. You're supposed to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to. It's your fault I didn't wake up. It's your fault I don't have a job. It's your fault I don't wash my ass. It's your fault I don't have a place to live. It's your fault I don't have a car. And they're going to go tell everybody that. Expect it. And when it happens, celebrate it, because that's evidence that you did exactly what the fuck you were supposed to do when you let go of this shit. That's what I heard. And the guidance for you is the Hierophant. You stay in your energy. Remember that God knows who you are. The universe sees you. The angels, ancestors, and guides sees you. You are guided spiritually to protect yourself. There is everything right with doing so. Your energy is beautiful, of high value. You're broadcasting a specific frequency. That lower vibrational shame and guilt ain't going to get you anything you want. It's going to bring you more stuff that feels like this, and this was not fun. Learn the life lesson. Follow the path of divine. Pay attention to what frequency you're emitting and celebrate the fact that, hey, the liars have been removed. The deceivers have been removed. The betrayers have been removed from my situation. All I had to do was honor boundaries. Dang, get some, okay? Make this your way of life. When people keep coming to you with problems, looking for you to solve them, your way of life is, that's not my problem. There's not really nothing I can do for it, but I will pray for you. I will light a candle for you. Somebody said light a candle for you. I wish you all the best. I hope you find everything you need and let him go. Bless him and let him go. I heard bless him and let him go. Yeah, you're going to work from a spiritual plane. You might not even do that in the physical level. This is about you working from the spiritual plane, speaking to their soul. Their soul will hear it where their ears and minds and their hearts cannot. Okay, that's what I heard. Let's see what else we have. The Hanged Man. This is the end of sacrifice. This person's life is going to be in a holding pattern until they figure it out. It's not your fault. You're not guilty. It's freeing yourself from sacrificing yourself, your energy, your life, all the things that you've worked hard for somebody who doesn't want to do their own part of the responsibility in this. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to make the change. There's nothing you can do. Leave them in God's hands, I heard. We're going to use the wisdom of the oracle here. Let me see what's the energy. Mending. Yeah, you tried to mend a relationship. You tried to bring things together. You tried to fix a connection with somebody. Card number 52, we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. You were guided to. You were guided to try to fix this relationship, but then realize that, oh shit, there's nothing I can do. It's not really my side to do it. I can't do my life in your life too. I can't do my part in your part too. You feel the connection. You've done everything you could to try to bring this together, heal it, make it better, and you finally learned the lesson and you had to let it go. Yeah. And right now, tick tock, this person, they don't even know that they're in a time crunch. This person is in a time crunch because things are falling apart in their life. Why? Because they didn't want to learn the life lesson. No, you can't do it. No, you're not responsible for that, whether they do it or not. Yes, you are responsible for what you do. And guess what? As you're raising your vibration, it's tick tock for you, for something better to come through. Yeah, you've attracted somebody here that was brought here for literally for you to walk away from. Most of the people that are brought in your life are brought for you to walk away from. And it doesn't mean, I mean, what does it mean? I heard, why are we going to talk about what it doesn't mean? What does it mean? What that means is just like they're showing me you driving in a car. There's hundreds of cars around you. You don't try to get them all to follow you and drive like you do. You mind your car and you get where you're going. Same thing here in life with people. Truth be told, somebody came into your experience just so you could tell them the truth. And the reason you needed to tell them the truth was it was a solidifying of your own truth for yourself, that you had actually learned those important life lessons that were homegrown for you to learn from these different types of experiences like this. What else do we have? Deep knowing. You have to remember your truth. You cannot inject it into them. You cannot infuse it into them. You can't drug them with your truth. It's your truth. They're at their own place of truth. And there's this difficult part of accepting, like, well, they see themselves as broken, as hurt, betrayed. I can't affect their truth. Only they have the power to change their experience. So there's a challenge here and understanding, like, well, one day they might get tired of it and decide to see differently, just like I did. Okay. And remembering your own truth is important. Yeah. One of the things is this person is blessed. No matter how fucked up their experience is right now, they're still blessed, safe, and protected. Oh, unless they reject it. You know that this person is blessed. You know this person is in a building phase, okay? And you walk away with a blessing. You walk away with the blessing because you came in to be a blessing. You did that. Guess what? You catch your blessings as a result for what you did there. So go ahead and enjoy the rewards. You've got milk and honey. Go ahead and enjoy the rewards that you receive from being able to leave and plant some love in this experience that did not respect you, did not see you, did not honor you, that did not do right by you, but you didn't do them wrong. You didn't. You did right by them. Go ahead and enjoy your land of milk and honey. You get everything. You're in your divine feminine energy. We have the yin energy here. It's time for you to receive some blessings, honey. Blessings are unfolding for you. That's what I have. This was a twist of fate. The fate is at the bottom of the deck here. They said to show that. Fate is at the bottom of the deck. This was a twist of fate for you. Total twist of fate for you. So I'm going to read your Alpha and Omega messages. I'll do a yes and no for everybody. And then for the tribe, put your personal questions in. I'm going to answer those for you today too. Let's go ahead and do the Alpha and Omega messages first. What deck do I have here for a yes or no, please? Okay, we'll use this one. Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and do your Alpha and Omega messages first. This is the healer of emotion. This is a time to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is a kind, tender-hearted, loving, and trustworthy friend. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous, being the healer, the giver, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving this is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this or that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so, so much. I heard intuitively, it's not your job to save the world again. Okay, that's what I have for you for the Alpha and Omega message. Let's get a yes or no for everybody, whoever watches this video. Hold your question in your mind. Spirit knows how you formed it and influenced the way you formed it so you could get your accurate answer, because Spirit already knows what answer is coming out of the cards. If I get an ace within the 13th card pull, that's a clear and specific yes. If we do not have an ace, that is a clear and specific no. If the ace is at the bottom of the deck, they said you already knew the answer was true. Okay, let's see. Is the answer for their yes or no question yes or no? What is it? What's the answer? Yes or no? Okay, we're going to start here with this stack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There it is. The 10th card is a yes. Yes, yes, yes. There were 2 more cards after it, and that's just giving me a vibe like, yeah, you could be totally letting go of something. Yeah, yes is the answer. Okay, that's the answer for you. I'm going to go on to member questions. If you asked a yes or no, I'm going to do the same thing for you. If you didn't, I'm going to be pulling an oracle card, especially if you're asking for a general. For my handmade oracle cards that I have here collected. Let's see. Janine wants to know, what do I need to be aware of on Saturday, please and thank you. What does Janine need to be aware of on Saturday? What does Janine need to be aware of on Saturday, please and thank you? What does Janine need to be aware of on Saturday? I have 3 cards coming out. So this one is upside down. So let me see. It says, what is your agenda here? What is motivating you to do this? Why? You know why. This card reverse is saying you know why. It says they don't truly believe in your life purpose, so they were taken away. Okay. And it says dream killer. Okay. You already know why, and you've got a dream killer here. So that's what I have for you. That's what you need to know for Saturday. Give me one moment. Hello, how can I help you?
Hello.
Interruption. Okay.
Because I've actually spent the last year.
Oh, great. Now we've got the freaking wisdom app acting up. Okay. Next up, we have interstellar frequency. Am I to stay the course? Please and thank you. Let's get you a yes or no from this tarot deck. All right. Is interstellar frequency to stay the course? Yes or no? What's the answer for interstellar frequency? Interstellar frequency. Is interstellar frequency to stay the course? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It says no. Are you to stay the course? It says no. That there's some things that have been hidden from your view. No, that's what I heard. Okay, I heard you've given more than you should. You've given more than you had to. I heard you've given more than you had to. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I know that you do. This is what I have for you. Okay, they said go ahead and pull one for you in front of them. So here we go. Let's see. What is the most valuable message for me at this time, please and thank you? What do I need to know? What do you know that I need to know for today? This one stayed in my hand. Ladies first. The chivalry card of ladies first. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. I want to thank you all who voted. I want to thank you all who voted and invested for me. Apparently we finished at second place. It never moved from second place. I'm so grateful for all that you did. Anyone who did invest in votes, at least it went for an amazing cause, and that's good. It was all for breast cancer research. So grateful. I don't know if I'll participate in anything quite like that again, because I don't know. Yeah, but it was interesting, and it was beautiful to see all of you and how much you believe in me. We did amazing. I'm so proud of us. Remember that you have these immortal treasures. Use them wisely, because different ones would love to come and pillage your treasure storage house. Okay. With all that being said and done, next time I'll see you here. Until then, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. A little baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.